trillions will flow into cryptos like Stellar XLM, and Zioncoins will benefit. We are at the dawn of a new payment system with the ISO 200 and 2022. But how am I deriving at this conclusion that trillions will flow through blockchains like Stellar XLM? Well, let me get to that point. But first, please like, subscribe, and share, because it helps us with the YouTube algorithm so I can continue to keep delivering content like this to you. Now, the Whitehouse is a fundamental factor, has a fundamental factor on what will happen with cryptos like Stellar XLM and Ripple and other cryptos. We have a report that's come out that we need to look at. Now, I'm going to give you guys my opinion of what I'm thinking. You may interpret it differently, but I tell you what I'm thinking, and you may or may not want to hear it, but it's just my opinion. It's not factual, it's just an opinion of mine, the way I see it, and it may affect the way, it's likely to affect the way that blockchains like Stellar XLM and Ripple can function and operate. In any case, let me take you over there. So Nathan, without further ado, please, the Whitehouse report, the first major comprehensive Whitehouse report on cryptos. Take it away. Okay guys, so the White House released its fact sheet on the 16th of September. I wanted to go through this, but I thought I'd let it ruminate. The fact sheet: White House releases first ever comprehensive framework for responsible development of digital assets. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion on this, but as I read through it, I'm not going to read through it all because I don't want it to take up too much time. But I just want to get to the points that actually mean something, that have some significance, and why, and we'll go through it. So, following President Executive Order, new report outline recommendations for protecting consumers, investors, businesses, financial stability, national security, and the environment. The digital asset market has grown significantly in recent years. Millions of people globally, including 16% adults in America, have purchased digital assets, which reached a market capitalization of $3 trillion globally last November. Digital assets present potential opportunities to reinforce US leadership in the global financial system and remain at a technological frontier. But they also pose real risk, as evidenced by recent events in the crypto markets. The May crash of so-called stablecoin and subsequent wave of insolvencies wiped out over 600 billion of investor and consumer funds. President Biden's March 9 Executive Order EO on ensuring responsible development of digital assets outlined the first whole of government approach to addressing the risk and harnessing the potential benefits of digital assets and their underlying technology. Over the past 6 months, agencies across the government have worked together to develop frameworks and policies recommendations that advance the 6 key priorities identified in the EO: consumer investor protection, promoting financial stability, countering illicit finance, US leadership in the global financial system and economic competitiveness, financial inclusion, and responsible innovation. If you could say that all in that breath. So protecting consumer investors and businesses. Yeah. Okay. So let's look at this. The digital asset pose meaningful risks for consumer investors and businesses. Prices of these assets can be highly volatile, and current global market capitalization of cryptocurrencies is approximately 1/3 of its November 2021 peak. Still, sellers commonly mislead consumers about digital assets, features, and expect returns, and non-compliance with applicable laws and regulations remain widespread. One study found that almost a quarter of digital coin offerings had disclosure of transparency problems like plagiarized documents, or false promises of guaranteed returns. Overwrite fraud, scams, and theft in digital asset markets are on the rise, according to the FBI statistics. Reported monetary losses from digital asset scams were nearly 600% higher in 2021 than the year before. It's always going to be the case when you get, an increase in the price of digital assets. Scammers are going to be out there trying to scam you. I digress. I read on. Since taking office, Biden-Harris's administration and independent regulators have worked to protect consumers and ensure fair play in digital assets market by issuing guidance, increasing enforcement resources, and aggressively pursuing fraudulent actors. As outlined in the reports released today, the administration plans to take the following additional steps. The reports encourage regulators like the Securities and Exchange Commission and the CFTC, consistent with their mandates, to aggressively pursue investigations and enforcement actions against unlawful practices in the digital asset space. Now, it's almost as if this Whitehouse white paper, this document, is encouraging the SEC to aggressively pursue blockchains, but it states unlawful practices. And I'm at loggerheads here, because if the frameworks aren't built correctly, how does the SEC pursue unlawful practices in the digital asset space? How do they do that? And really, this is almost like a green light for the SEC to do that. If they deem somebody, it's almost like they're saying green card to investigate them and take them to court, and you might win. That's almost, you're kind of, with this white paper, that's what I get from that. And it almost makes sense to me that that's what they're happy with. But it doesn't matter. If a project survives, then yeah, maybe we can work with you. If you don't, bye. Because they got their gunslingers, right? Central bank digital currencies, right? Because this is what I think it's all about. I think they want the full autonomous control. A US CBDC digital form of the US dollar has potential to offer significant benefits. It could enable a payment system that is more efficient, provides foundation for further technological innovation, facilitates faster cross-border transactions, and is environmentally sustainable. It could promote financial inclusion and equity by enabling access for a broad set of consumers. In addition, it could foster economic growth and stability, protect against cyber and operational risk, safeguard the privacy of sensitive data, and minimize risk of illicit financial transactions. A potential US CBDC could also help preserve US global financial leadership and support the effectiveness of sanctions, but a CBDC could also have unintended consequences, including runs on CBDCs in times of stress. Recognizing the responsibility of the US CBDC, the administration has developed policies, objects for a US CBDC system, which reflects on the federal government's priorities for a potential US CBDC. These objectives flash out the global outline for a CBDC in the EOA US CBD system, if implemented, should protect consumers, promote economic growth, improve payment systems, provide interoperability with other platforms, advance financial inclusion, protect national security, respect human rights, and align with democratic values. But further research and develop on the technology would support US CBDCs is needed. The administration encourages the Federal Reserve to continue its ongoing CBDC research, experimentations, and evaluations to support the Federal Reserve efforts and to advance other work on potential US CBDC treasury. Will lead an integrity work group to consider the potential implications of the US CBDC leverage cross-government technological experiment and share information within partners. The leadership of the Federal Reserve and National Economic Council and National Security Council, the Office of Science and Technology Policies, and the Treasury Department will meet regularly to discuss working groups' progress and share updates on CBDC and other payment initiatives. Other payment innovations. Sorry, not initiatives. Right, initiatives. Initiatives. So there you go. My take is, from what I'm getting with their gunslingers, the SEC in itself, you know, the White House wants the whole thing. They don't want other players involved. You know, they're continuing their research. Play along, but don't blame us if our dogs come to get you and shut you down. That's my take on this.
Thanks for that, Nathan. Yeah, you know, it's a hard one. I mean, I look at that white paper and I think to myself, they are really allowing the SEC to just do what they want, really. It seems like they're just giving them that green card. Go ahead, you know, strong arm whoever you want, take them to court whenever you want. If you feel like they're acting illegally, do what you got to do. The less of them, the better for us, because actually we're going ahead with our CBDC plans. We're giving the Federal Reserve the green light. Go ahead, carry on. We can see where the problems are, resolve them. Once they're resolved, get back to us and we'll set up the CBDC. That's what it sounds like to me. And the less competition they got, the better. But you know, I could be wrong, because also in the same breath they're saying, yeah, you know, we'll work with innovative companies that want to provide, you know, cross-border solutions, you know, companies that are with us, you know, in the boys club kind of thing. You know, this is Biden's administration, Harris Biden, and I feel it's got a whiff of Bretton Woods. I feel like what's happening right now is got a whiff of, what's happened with gold. Okay, US citizens not being allowed to hold gold, and they, you know, it's almost as if the SEC had done that with XRP, shut US people down from holding that digital asset. It's like that. Like a prohibition on cryptocurrencies for a period of time. China's done it. China's stopped people, their citizens, holding and owning Bitcoin, right? I wouldn't put it past the US to do this, something similar. In any case, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm not 100% there yet, but I'm hoping that, you know, we're not going to go down this road. America are going to push away innovation. It's going to go to other countries. They're going to lose a grip. There is potential, huge potential for that to happen. It's what I'm getting from this White House white paper, Biden's administration. Maybe it's time for Biden to do the off-ski. If he's having that cozy up with with the SEC. In any case, again, let me know what you think down below. I'm Nathan, aka Nathan of Zion. Smash the Zion coin up there. Like and subscribe. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And check out the next video. It's going to be on the dawn of ISO 222. I can say it right. Have a great day.